Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. Tonight, we're going to take a look at some new Jeeps that have come out, actual Jeep brand Jeeps, for our Snowrunner game. This DLC was released with Phase 5. I was not aware of it. You know, with Epic, you don't see that these new ones are out. They just go into the store, and then it's like, oh, by the way, there's new Jeeps. So somebody told me today on my stream, they're like, oh, yeah, did you check out the Jeeps yet? I'm like, what Jeeps? And they're like, the DLC Jeeps. I forgot. Every time one of these updates comes out, you need to check the store and see if there's a DLC. So for $5.99, you get two classic Jeeps. We have the Renegade and the Rubicon. Both of them are upgradable. They both have, like, crawler suspensions and all that good stuff. And they're pretty good. I've been playing with them a little bit. They're not great, but they're good, solid American Scouts. It'd be cool if you could pick what Scout you wanted to use. I would definitely pick the Renegade at the beginning of the game instead of the Chevy pickup truck. So we're on the trial map. We're going to do some tests with these tonight and have some fun and just see how they do. I'm sitting in the Rubicon right now, but look how good these look. I love that old Renegade. The Rubicon's cool too. You got to remember, I grew up in the 70s and 80s. So the Renegade would be, I think, like mid-60s to maybe even before that, but probably, yeah, mid-60s up until, you know, I was a young kid. And we would see them even after that because they lasted forever. And then the Rubicon would have been the 80s and maybe late 70s, but definitely into the 80s is when we start seeing these Jeeps. But that's the Mork and Mindy Jeep right there, the Renegade. So that's a cool 70s era Jeep. And they look great. Like, they really are good-looking Jeeps, and it makes me want to drive them. So let's go ahead and play with them a little bit. Well, first we're gonna do the Renegade. So this is the old CJ7. Look at that interior. We're gonna run in low, and you can see here, I believe. Yeah, it has diff locks and all-wheel drive installed already. And we'll go ahead and turn our interface on. I didn't realize you could turn that off. From now on, I'm probably going to run the game with that off. I really like the interface, but I don't want to see it all the time, so that's pretty neat. But for this video, we'll run it on. So we're using just the stock tires and the stock gearbox. So I would not expect this Jeep to be super, but it's going to be good. Probably every bit as good and maybe more stable than our International Scout. So I would say I'd probably rather sell the Scout and pick this up. And it's not too expensive either at, I think it was $13,000, so it's not a crazy expensive Jeep. Ah, the 80s. Just the view from this, though, is classic. Like, this is going to be a fun Scout. I wish you could open the roof. That would be one thing that I would change about this. So we're going to take this on the open road. It's fine. And we'll upgrade it and play around with it a little bit, and then we'll do some more tests with it. Let's see how it does on the dirt roads. So in two-wheel drive, how does it do? Now, you can get snorkels for these. Once again, they're not unlocked when you first get the truck, probably, if you're playing. If you are playing on normal mode rather than hardcore mode, you will have access to these right away. All the paid-for trucks, when you first start a new profile, you get them out of the gate. So that's kind of nice. You don't have to, like, buy them. You'll have them in your garage already. You can see here, though, with the all-wheel drive off, we're just digging right in. So we'll go ahead and put all-wheel drive on and see how we do. Once again, much better. But it's still slipping. So let's take this one notch further, and we'll put on the diff locks. And shouldn't have any trouble at all getting up this hill, even with the crappy stock tires. Headlights on. This would be a great early game Scout. I definitely, maybe if I do the hardcore playthrough, I'm going to use this as my starter Scout, and we'll add in the Because even, like I said, with the stock wheels. Now, if we get into deep mud, we'll get in trouble. I'll take it over to the trials area where we actually have some mud. And we'll, oh, there it is, down there. We'll go down there. So let me get down there, and we'll try it out down there. Burns very little fuel. The only downside is it also holds very little fuel. The other thing I don't like is that it only has one set of Jeep tires available. I don't know in game if they're locked or unlocked, but you'll have to try it out and see in game. Obviously in garage mode they're unlocked, but I don't know if you have to unlock them probably with levels like you would any other tires. Oh God. It's really deep. Trying to get up. Will it go? Nope. And so that killed it right there, that deep mud. And we are now stuck. So you got to watch deep mud. And that's true of any of these scouts. Your best bet's always to go around the mud rather than to go in the deep mud. Now we are stuck. So let's go ahead and recover this to the garage. Oh, wait, you can't do that here, can you? Let's go garage. We'll see if I do this. Garage? Nope. Okay, so I'll figure this out. Hold on one second, folks. Well, I haven't figured it out, so I guess this would be as good time as any to introduce to you the Jeep Wrangler. Once again, I've got this truck totally stock. One of the differences between this truck stock and the other, or this Jeep stock and the other Jeep stock, is that this Jeep has some pretty decent looking off-road tires that it comes with bone stock. So if you buy this from the store, you can see here we have diff locks 2 already installed. Those are some nice features. So from the factory, this is going to be a much better off-roader. But I bet this thing will still get stuck. But we're going to go try to rescue that Jeep with this. Let's take a look inside. Yeah, definitely like a mid-80s to late 80s dashboard. In fact, I'm going to say even into the 90s. That stereo is what my mom used to have in her Durango. That exact stereo, those knobs, everything. That is really right on there. So I want to say maybe in like 90s for this truck. Or Jeep. And that's when I had my Jeep Cherokee Classic, which was great. Mine was a 96. But my mom's Durango had the cooler stuff in it. Once again, we're already slipping. But this is getting better mileage than the what the CJ7 was. So I think this is a YJ7 if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, what does it say? It's just calling it a, this is not a Wrangler, is it? I guess it is a Jeep Wrangler, isn't it? Alright, so pull this guy out. Turn on engine in the winch truck. And let's go ahead and pull this back. Cool beans. So we've rescued the Jeep. Let's go ahead and pull this one in here. I'm going to regret this, but we're going to go ahead and try to pull through with this. Once again, I don't think it's going to be able to do it. These tires just aren't going to be up to the task with this kind of mud. I think even like a really good truck would get bogged down in this, though. No, look, he's going through. Okay, we're going to back it out because I... Test complete. Yeah, it does good. Okay, never mind. It's doing fine. Yeah. Impressive. And that's stock, once again, where you don't have any Any special items on this truck? This is so really now $25,000 though. You're paying a lot for this Jeep, but it's also notice that we're less. Most of the time we're burning less than a liter per minute, so it's getting good gas mileage and getting through the muck. So this would actually be a good early game scout truck also. Though you're still talking in the $20,000 range. I don't think if you're playing on hardcore, you're probably not going to be able to afford that for a while. Let's get through this and see how we do. So once again, the Apache still might be a stronger truck. And I think the Apache's less money. Look at that, though. That's really impressive. So I'm liking that. So we'll go back to the garage and we'll play around with this a little bit. Both of the trucks will upgrade and we'll run them again. So, oh, the engine sounds a little wacky. There's a bug right there. Have you guys heard the engine go like run away? And I wasn't. I was just driving regular. Oh gosh, boing. Oh man. I guess this is a good test too, though. Whoa, that was a weird camera angle. Oh, no. And I've bogged in. But well, that's to be expected. This is a massively messy area. No, come on. You're not supposed to pull the tree. You're supposed to pull yourself out. So now I've stuck this Jeep. All right, I'll be right back. I found a second bug. I don't know if this is with the truck or if this is just with this map, but I can go into the Chevy. I can go into the Azov, but I can't go into the Renegade. Now, I might have done something to the Renegade that won't let me go into it, but that's really bizarre and annoying. So we'll just go to the garage. We have unlimited money. I'm just going to buy another Jeep. So let's go play with the Renegade a little bit. And, you know, is the Humvee better? Possibly. Obviously, some of these other cons are going to be better and stuff. They're just more off-roady. So let's go ahead and grab our Renegade. A second one. And then customize the crap out of it. So the engines are nice because all of the engine upgrades, except for they suck more gas, they just give you more power and durability. You don't end up losing much fuel consumption anyway. It still has a super fuel consumption. But these are small tank trucks. We have a Snowrunner gearbox. We definitely want that. And then we have a raised suspension on this one. You do not have the crawler suspension on this Jeep. But the other thing I don't like, and once again, it's got these rims that are Chevy rims. So that's kind of bogus. I wish they would have like updated these to have Jeep rims. Because right there you have the Jeep rims. I wish they would have put these throughout all of these wheels. I don't know why you... But anyway. We have excellent on and off-road and mud good for these tires. And so I think these are probably the best tires for the Jeep. You also have, obviously, totally, like, full-on muck tires. I've never been a huge fan of the mud tires. I don't think they work really well. They say they're excellent, but I always have issues. But we'll put them on anyway, and we'll try it. We're going to get our advanced scout winch. No, autonomous scout winch. Doesn't really matter if we sell them, I guess. But. And then we have diff locks. My wife is playing Minecraft. You can see there's two different snorkel levels here. This one obviously gets you a little bit higher. This means that the engine's probably a sealed chamber there. Cool. And you can also put on a roof rack. That's probably going to make the Jeep too heavy, and then we're going to have problems. I like the toe loops. That's pretty cool. Stock is gross. And then on the rooftop again, we have different kinds of lights, emergency lights, and I like these, obviously. The front bumper, I really... the winch pipe's pretty cool, but this is cooler. Fog lighter is cooler. So there's that. We have horns, down, up, and down. Side pipe threshold, you can see down there by the door. We have stock sill covers, then we have that side pipe. I like the stock ones with the colors. And a sun visor. I don't really particularly like that. And that gets rid of some of the lights, too, so we'll leave that alone. And there we go. There's some non-Jeep rims or non-Chevy rims, but they're the ones. Those are ugly. I hope at some point they add more rims in. We'll paint this one a different color. Here's the Renegade paint schemes. Those are all cool. Good old black Renegade. There we go. Total 80s. Yellow. Yeah. You'd always see yellow Jeeps, man. People just always get these in yellow. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to see why I can't get into that other Jeep. Is there something that I did or what's going on? So let's rock it out there. Look at the details, though. Really nicely detailed vehicle. So with that bigger engine, we're much faster, but we are burning double the amount of fuel that we were burning before. That's a bit of a bummer. Hey, Mr. Renegade. What you doing? All right, so here's that. Can I change this vehicle? Weird. Okay, well. So there's the regular, and that's it's just such a good looking Jeep. Man, does that look good. I love it. Like I said, it's a good beginning Jeep, but it will get stuck, as you saw. So let's see how this guy does in the same situation. Now, we've kind of mucked it up a little worse than we did before, but no problems this time. This is just going to cut right through. And that's because those mud tires are good tires. Definitely more top heavy with that thing on top. Great lighting with all the extra lights, but you can see the Jeep is heavy on top, and we are burning more fuel. However, we're also carrying double the fuel because we have those containers on the roof, so that'll keep us going just about as far. So we turned the CJ7 into a little bit of a beastie with those upgrades. Once again, the mud tires, not my favorite tires, but let's get on over and see if we can pull the Jeep out of the mud. And just like any other vehicle, when we get into this kind of mud, you go slow, and it takes a while, and that's how you deal with it. Slow it down a little bit. Yeah, so I think this is probably my favorite Jeep, even though the other one is probably a better Jeep. I love the way this one looks. No, no, no. No! Oh, yeah. When you bounce your way up the mountain, that's what happens, right? Diff lock off. No, 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 no. Come on. No, no. Oh, you. Did you get attacked? Whatever. Yep. Now, once again, I wouldn't. This Jeep, if we put it into the same, mess that's in. And once again, if you put the roof racks on, it makes these really top heavy. So you're going to have to drive more carefully than I'm driving. I am recklessly driving. This is a freaking muck fest. There's no way. I mean, we'll pull that one out and see if we can get through this with this, but Alright, so attach winch. I'm going to put that on to this guy. And no problem. Look at that. Pull it right out. Oh, the engine wasn't even on our Rubicon. There we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, let's see what happens if we go in there with this truck. I can guarantee you the results are not going to be good, but we'll pull it out with the Rubicon. Yeah, so even with the muck tires, I mean, this is just a really bad bog. Yeah, we're done. Yep, nothing. Okay. But once again, that's not surprising. So let's pull him out. I'm going to put this into... And he's free. All right, so let's go upgrade this truck. I'm going to run back to the garage. I will see you there. And we'll have some fun with this. So we'll be right back. Okay, I may have wrecked my Jeep. We'll just go buy another one. We've got millions. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Rubicon in this portion of the video. Or Wrangler. Yeah. And so let's go ahead and customize. We got, once again, same thing, 3 engines. These are all kind of the same, but it's, you know, obviously. This is a military variant. Let's do it. Go for the Snowrunner gearbox. Also has a fine-tuned gearbox. Now, this has a crawler suspension, which I'm interested to see. What that probably means, usually crawler suspensions are softer, and they allow more flex. So, the mud tires are a good option. These are still a good option even with the crawler suspension, though I will say the mud tires probably will get you further. So let's go ahead and do that. That's if you flip over, you can still winch. Put a big snorkel on this. And I'm not going to put the roof rack is cool, but it definitely, I mean, you can see when I take it off how the suspension flexes. I would say keep that off if you're going to do crawling. Rear bumper, stock. You got double pipe or toe loops. Rooftop, I always go for the beacons. Front bumper, I like the ones that tie back, but that's definitely a mean-looking bumper. Horns. Now, here we have different sill options. You can see you got a horn. You got, they call it thresholds. We call them, what do you call those, like steps. There's a lightweight threshold, side pipe threshold. So there's all kinds of different types that you can do. I prefer that one. And we'll get rid of the stock sill covers. So, rims. Once again, you can do the Chevy style rims or these. I wish, like I said, that you could do other stuff, but it doesn't allow you to. Lots of cool Jeep colors. I'll go with the black Rubicon. That's pretty sweet looking. Let's go ahead and do this. Black Rubicon at night. Let's see what else we got on the map here. That's where we're broken. There's a nice little crawling section back here, it looks like. And there's some test stuff over there. So we're going to go out and head to the right. Man, this thing looks so 80s or 90s. With that big motor, man, it's flying. Look, oh, it's skidding around. That's awesome. All right, so bam. And we're in trouble because we can't even make it over the sign. We're going to go off-roading through the water. This is a heavy current area. I'm not too excited about this, but let's see how we do. So far, no problems. Once again, the crawler suspension doing what it's supposed to do. Flexing quite a bit and allowing us to pass over things without getting all sideways. Let's see, where's this road that leads up to the stairway to Heckven? This ought to be all squishy here. There we go. And I'm going to change it back to morning, so hang on just a second. There we go. So you guys can see what we're doing. So this turns into a pretty, it's already a monster when you buy it. I mean, like, if we're looking on a stock perspective compared to the other stock trucks, this one's really, really good. It's small, it's light, it's fuel efficient, just out of the gate. So when you upgrade it, it's even better. However, I will say, you know, obviously we're burning more gas, but once again, we're burning less in this one than we do in the CJ7. So the Wrangler's doing better. That may be your truck of choice here. Let's see how we do on the rock. This is actually a rock crawler, so let's see how we do on the rocks. Yeah. Still a little bit slippy. But these are mud tires, so I mean they're not really designed to grab rocks, but that's pretty good. Was not a bad display. They slipped a little bit, but they all in this game they all do. Let's climb up these rocks here and see how we do. About a 45-degree angle here. Yep. Look at that suspension flex. That's really cool. Not gripping the way I want them to, but not bad. Oh, there we go. Now they're starting to grip. Tell you what, man, it's really cool to see Jeep representing. We've had International, we've had Ford, we've had Chevy. Now we got a Jeep in here, and I'm happy. And we've had Humvee. So it's awesome to actually have some Jeep products. Hopefully, maybe they'll hopefully continue this, and in one of these updates we'll get an actual Jeep Cherokee or Comanche. It'd be pretty cool. I think I'm pretty stuck in here now. See if I can get the truck. There we go. Power my way around here. So in the game, except for the grand staircase in the Yukon, I don't think you'd be using that much. But look at this. I mean, this is great. This is all rock road here, so good way to challenge the truck. Yeah, very happy with this DLC. I would say, you know, I'm always real positive. It's hard to come to me and go, you know, to find a negative review. If I don't like something, I just won't review it because I don't want to be like negative, and somebody out there will like it. So, but if I like something, I'll let you know. I really like this. Out of all the DLC trucks that I've bought already, this set is the coolest. I think, you know, these are really cool Scout trucks. And they've given us Scout trucks before, but these are really neat. Now, the one thing we didn't test, I don't know if we can get trailers with these or not. So we'll have to try that out in just a second here. We'll finish going through this course, and then we'll run down to the garage and see if we can't see some trailers for these. But I would expect to get some. If you bought this in the game, I would expect you to get some good things done, and I would be upset with you if you couldn't do well in this truck, because this is a very good truck, and it's not, you know, a mod or cheating or anything. It's just that good. And these Jeeps in real life, they are that good. You watch guys do. I've seen, even with just the original Willys Jeep, I've seen guys do nuts stuff. So they're very, very good. And look how they go over these rocks. That's the cool thing, is how it navigates those big rocks. It doesn't bounce up or flip over like the International Scout. It just, wheel goes up, back wheels stretch out, the back suspension stretches out, and it keeps the truck upright without breaking anything and without flipping or bouncing. So that crawler suspension really is, you know, working for us there, and that's really neat. Once again, over this rock. Other trucks in the game would take damage, but this one just plows right over. In fact, we're probably gonna, you know, for one more thing that we'll do, we'll bring the CJ7 up here and try it out on this trail to see if it's also capable. What is that? Is that the way down? I'm trying to look. No, it's, yeah, keep going. Oh, it gets even better over here. Look at this trail. What I like about this is, you know, I do RC crawlers, and this is working just like a real crawler works, or an RC crawler works. It really feels just like what I do with my crawlers, and I'm going over terrain like this in my crawlers. Some of them can do this, some of them can't. It depends on which crawler, but my Jeep Comanche can definitely do this kind of terrain in miniature, and my other one definitely can't. My Blazer will just flip over because the suspension's too stiff. This is the way down, it looks like. Yep. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. All right, and we made it down back to the main path. So we're going to stop here. I'm going to grab the other truck, and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back down in the garage here. We have the stock CJ7, not stock. I took this though and I downgraded the motor to get a little bit better mileage, so we're a little bit more on par. So there's no trailers available for this truck, so this will not pull a trailer. Be aware of that, like the Apache. So we need to also check. Let's just go in here. Hang on one sec. So we're gonna check the Rubicon here and see if this comes with any trailers. Okay, so there we go. The Wrangler can pull trailers. The Renegade cannot. This holds all the Scout trailers are available for it, so that's cool. Or some of them. Is that all of them? I think that's all of them. Yeah, holds regular trailers. Now you know. Okay, let's go over to our little truck, the CJ7. We're gonna fly down the road here. So once again, I've cut to the smaller engine. You can see we're burning less fuel, though. Instead of 3, we're down to like 2.8, 2.7, 1, nothing. So we're going to take the same route we did with the other Jeep. Once again, this Jeep does not have the crawler suspension. I would anticipate that we're going to have some minor troubles. I think we'll still be able to do it, though, but maybe not. This might be more like the our International Scout, where it bounces itself over because we got a regular suspension. Can't see. Nope. So far, so good. I would not put this in deep water. It will wash away. It is a very lightweight truck, so be careful in the current. that you don't get in too deep, or you will be missing a truck when it's all over. So once again, my personal feeling is that this would make a good starter Scout, especially with the price. It's going to be better than your, I believe, than your International Scout, because it's a little more flexible, not quite as stiff and rigid, but it is still not as nearly as good as the Rubicon. The Rubicon with its crawler suspension, fully upgraded, is just a beast. But if you drive well and you stay on the trails as you're supposed to and respect the truck, you'll be fine. You see already how much slower we're running. And we're burning a decently larger amount of fuel even with the downgraded engine. Now, if you remember with the Rubicon, I was able to climb this. I don't think we're going to be able... well, not bad, honestly. Come on. This one we're going to have to do a little... The suspension just doesn't flex, so we have to kind of power our way and bounce our way up. Yeah, about the same, though. We did it. All right, impressive. Let's do that next section, the same thing that we did. Still not bad, actually. Remember, we got the other Jeep stuck there too, so that really wasn't too bad. All right, climb on up this hill and let's see how we do on the trail. If I remember right, I went to the left here. Yep, I can see the tire tracks. And once again, the older Jeep does not get the same mileage that the newer Jeep gets, but I'm not too shocked about that, to be honest with you. You know, cars got more fuel efficient between the 70s and the 90s. Whoa. Right there you can see the difference. No flex in the suspension, or limited flex, means that the truck's going to be a little bit more tipsy. And we almost went over there. Hi, cutie. Okay, enough of that. I'm going to crash if you kiss my face while I'm trying to drive. Stop. I know you did. My wife kissed my face. All right, diff lock on. We need to get up this little trail here. Ugh. And that's not the way to do it. Come on. There we go. So we've seen both of these trucks in the mud, on the rocks, climbing through the mountains, and I would say, you know, the Renegade's definitely a better, or not the, I mean the Wrangler Rubicon is definitely a better truck, but this truck is not without merit, and it's a good climber. Okay, so I'm really tempted now to upgrade an International Scout and try this same route. Do you guys want to do that? We're about a half an hour here, 40 minutes. Why don't we go ahead and try it out? I know if you're bored and you've already seen what you want to see, then bug out of here. But I think I am going to try to do one more run with the International Scout to see how it does. I already know that the Chevy can do it. It may not do it as well, but the Chevy's actually a pretty good truck. The only downside with the Chevy is it does not get a diff lock until way later into the game. So these trucks are nice because I think they give you diff locks right out of the gate. But once again, we'll see. I can also maybe try to start a new game and just see what they give us, because that'll also tell us what goes on here. But yeah, this, you can see here, this truck's having no issues whatsoever, and we're just plowing right through all this. So it's not having any problems whatsoever. Definitely a more bouncy ride, but she gets the job done. I don't know where I went here. What a great truck. Almost home. I think I went the other way, but that's okay. We're going to run over here now. So the engine sounds are a little weird how they rev, but whatever. You can hear that though from the review, so you're it's not a surprise when you get it. I've mentioned it a couple times. Don't get mad at me if you don't like it. There we go. So once again, I don't know in the base game if these come with the diff locks already installed when you start a new game. That'd be pretty cool if they did. We'll do that to end the video. That's the last thing we'll do. So let's go ahead and run a run with the International Scout and see how we do, if it's just as capable, because that's one that you get early in the game. So I'll be right back. All right, I've got my Scout kitted out, and it is pretty much the same setup as the Wrangler. I think this gets bigger tires than the CJ7 does. So we'll see how we do. Let's go ahead and cross the river like we did before. Same graphical errors there. And I've left the roof rack off on this too. Yeah, this is burning. I've got the same engine in here as I do the Jeep. This burns almost a liter more per minute already. So that's going to be a problem. This is a gas hog. Even it's the same HET, the HET 4.4 liter. So I'm not sure why it's burning more gas, but it's burning a lot more gas. Maybe this truck is heavier. I don't know, but that's not 7. I mean, we didn't see numbers like that at all in the Jeep. So this thing's sucking gas like crazy. Now, one nice thing about this truck is that the diff lock is included at the beginning, for sure. And we'll check that out again once again at the end of the video. But this comes with the diff lock installed already. You don't have to turn it on and off. You can even run it in high and automatic, so you don't have to go into the low gearbox to get that to work, because you're not going to have the low gearbox to start with. I forgot to go up this rock, but we'll go up this rock here because that's what we did with the other trucks. So. And no problems. Oh, wow. Okay, so definitely more of an opportunity to flip over. I don't know if you guys saw that, but the truck got really sideways there. It's doing okay, though, but definitely it wants to flip. That's good enough. I think we proved our point. But it didn't flip, so I don't know. Once again, though, that gas consumption, fuel consumption is bad. That's going to be a problem. Like 3 liters a minute versus 8 liters a minute. That's bad news. Like I said, definitely not as sure-footed. It wants to tip. And that's why we tested it out. So proving right there, we did the same thing in both the Jeeps, and this truck just went over. It's way more tipsy, and that's because it is narrower. It doesn't have as wide of a stance as the Jeeps do, plus the gas, the fuel mileage. So right there, sell this thing and buy yourself a Jeep. Let's go into the main game and see when we start what we have available from the garage. Okay, to answer the first question, yes. You do get both of the trucks already in your garage. But let's see what's available for them. So we customize this guy. Everything's locked. Locked. Oh, we do have the race suspension, though, which means, let's see. We don't have much money, but we could get the raised suspension. And then you could get, the Jeep tires are available. So you can buy this and right away have off-road tires, which don't think that's possible for the Chevy. Let's see. Hang on real quick here. All shiz. The Chevy's in the garage. There we go. Let's see what the Chevy has for tires. Chevy for tires. It's got all terrains available, but that's it. So, no. So you actually can get, that's great. So we're going to recover this back into the garage. Yeah. What else do we have? So that's available. Right away you have off-road tires. So that is worth it. And they're 28 inches, so you don't actually need to upgrade the suspension, I don't believe. You can raise the suspension, but you don't have to. And so that's nice because that's the base tire. Yeah. So don't suspension upgrade and just buy that. And you've already got good tires to start with. It does have the autonomous Scout winch already. Diff locks included. Excellent. And you can, that's locked. Snorkels, you can get the little snorkel for it. Some of the stuff's unlocked. These things are just not, those are not like groundbreaking stuff, but ew. It's not horrible. Okay, so let's take a look now at the other Jeep, our Rubicon. This obviously comes with the Jeep tires, the off-road tires, so that's good news. Still no, just stock. But, all the suspensions are available, so you can get that crawler suspension put on right away. Get some serious work done. Same thing here, just the off-road tires are available, plus regular tires. You do have the autonomous Scout winch available. Snorkel, yeah. Small snorkel, and, of course, the add-ons. The roof rack's going to be locked. That same garbage here. And Jeep rims, which are nice. Oh, they're Jeep brand rims. I wish I could use those with the other tires. Anyway, so that answers our question. These are both going to be great early game Scouts. Get rid of the truck. Get rid of when you find the Scout, dump it and buy yourself one of these because this is going to be great. Even this little Jeep with the off-road tires at the beginning of the game is going to be excellent. And when you can afford it, this one will be even better. But they're both going to be better than this truck or the International. So, yeah. So are those worth it? Absolutely. I think that this is to me is one of the most exciting DLCs that's come out, the paid DLC that's come out for the game. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. We kind of really got in depth on that one, more than I thought we would, and had some fun in the meantime. See you next time, guys. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe, and I will catch you in the next exciting episode of Snowrunner as we finish up Yukon. Bye.